I can't watch this anymore, guys. I've seen enough.
Hey, Doc, you will never touch my wife. Nicole, we're leaving. And honestly, I don't know if I want to rescue your damn bar.
The second building ever built in America was a bar. The first was a church. George Washington was our first distiller. Bars are in the fabric of America.
Do you know it?
You've been a bar manager, a bar owner. Invariably, though, you wound up deciding you could do better as a consultant, teaching others the secrets of the bar business. How did that transition come about, and how did that ultimately lead to television?
Well, in the mid-'80s, tax codes changed. And the hotel industry had to make food and beverage dollars. Restaurants and bars couldn't be guest amenities anymore. So I created a consulting company to make great food and beverage operations in hotels. And I wound up doing about 400 hotels around the world, conceiving food and beverage, working in food and beverage operations. Then in the late 80s, I became an owner myself. I started developing and creating my own restaurants and bars, got up to 17 of them, had about 980 employees, was the most I ever had at one point. But to me, a restaurant or a bar is a business, it's not a child. So I'll sell it in a heartbeat if the dollars are right. So I was the type to build them, develop them, sell them, build more, develop them, and I would flip them and change them. Took one public, took one private, and then about 3 years ago, somebody said to me, you should be on TV.
I am going to get on the phone, and I am going to fumigate this building tonight.
And afterwards, I created a little 3-minute sizzle reel, they call it, of what Bar Rescue would look like. And a company called 3-Ball Productions was very interested in it. They signed me on, and in about a week, it was very quick, Spike picked up the show, and I couldn't be happier about it.
I have never been so angry. Hello. My name is John. What's yours?
Tammy.
Tammy, I watched you pick up raw chicken all night in your hand and then touch cooked food.
And I think a big part of the reason people are fans of the show is it does carry business lessons that transcend the bar industry, right? I mean, you're dealing with, cost containment, human resources, right? Dealing with difficult employees, the proper product mix, to serve your target audience. Business subjects that go beyond just the bar industry.
Oh no, they do, and that's the trick of the bar industry. In that industry, you're managing costs by the moment, not by product unit per se. So I have to manage product exposure, waste, breakage, overuse, underuse, adherence to recipes. So think of us as a factory, but we're dealing with a volatile product and nobody's managing portions. So it becomes a very difficult business to operate on a moment-to-moment basis. You need to know your costs. You really need to know them on a daily basis, not even a monthly basis.
This is clearly the most difficult bar rescue I've ever done.
We've all seen the statistics, John, about the failure rate of new bars and restaurants. There's not much dispute that most new bars and restaurants do fail within the first few years. Why is that?
Well, I'll tell you, the first thing is rookie versus experienced. When a rookie opens a new bar or restaurant for the first time, you're right, it can be a bloodbath. And about 1 out of 12 can make it based on marketplace. What happens is they get in the business either because they love it, they don't understand it, they don't get the financial metrics, and they lose money. And a lot of them do revenue, but they still lose money for the first 4 months or so. They run out of money. And if you don't have a lot of money to cover your mistakes, if you're a rookie in this business, you're going to make some mistakes. The project's going to run over budget. They're going to take longer. You're going to have various cost influences. You're not going to control your costs properly out of the gate. You run out of money before you turn the corner of profitability. So if you don't have money to cover your mistakes, you got to have the experience not to make those mistakes.
Take that food, throw it away. Throw it all away. Shut it down. Nobody eats.
I get moved when I can change somebody's life for the better. It's really inspiring to me. And there are episodes where there's family crises and dysfunctional partnerships and brothers and sisters and husbands and wives. When we can impact them and leave them in a better place as well as their business, that's about as good as it gets. I live for those moments, Tom.